actually like officially announced it yet. But it's always spin to win.
Yeah.
I miss spin to win.
It would be neat if they came up with something else, but I wouldn't be disappointed if they did spin to win either.
Yeah.
Mine is also Ultima Thule.
Any word on Blue Mage updates at all?
It was in the what's it called, the roadmap. Don't remember what patch was supposed to come in.
Okay.
Maybe 6.35.
I was gonna say, I think they usually wait till halfway through.
Yeah, I couldn't remember like at what point that they do that. Isn't it always like in January or something, or February, when they come out?
Well, it's a little later now because they increased the patch cycle by like 2 or 3 weeks or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little later now.
It's not that I'm like dying for it. I'm just curious because we haven't seen it in a while. But the more I think about it,
for sure.
I think isn't it only one big Blue Mage patch a year though? Isn't that what it is? It's not multiple, isn't it? Just one.
Pretty much one per expansion.
Yeah, unless it gets more popular.
Right. So we're not technically. I think I just felt like we were like behind, but I guess we're not.
We're a little behind, but not really.
Right. Well, is it? Yeah. I mean, and Waka still was delayed too, so that I assume is part of it. So what's the body setup going on?
Oops,
You want me to go as DPS or something?
Thanks.
Actually, I haven't played Summoner in a while. I'm wearing the new jacket from the new dungeons.
Ooh.
The noir jacket.
Noir jacket.
Yes.
Looks like you're gonna go solve a mystery.
This is the first time I've logged into this game since the last time we did maps together.
Do you have inventory?
I couldn't think of a job. I don't like it on Gunbreaker. I really like my Gunbreaker Glamour, so I didn't want to use it there. And I was like, I could not figure out what job to use this on. And then, you know. But I guess Summon is fine. I don't know what else I could use it for. Because, yeah, I want to go solve a mystery.
Great history.
We'll have 2 healers. Oh, I think Eridon's just unloading inventory.
Yeah, I have way too much shit on me.
We're waiting on him.
And then I gotta grab. And I gotta see if I can map this real quick.
I learned this week we are getting the holiday bonus at my job, which some of us were a little nervous about it because they hinted like earlier in the year they may not do it, but like they base it on goals. Like if they meet growth goals or whatever, we met all the goals, so we're like, why would they not do it? And then this week they were like, we're gonna do it. And we're like, yay!
Yay!
Because there would have been some morale issues, let's just say, had they not done it.
Labyrinthos.
Yeah, I spent most of today working, oddly enough, doing my potential contract gig. I have 2 potential.
Oh, you lagged out there.
Yeah. He's gone.
He gone.
Ba-bong.
Well, I'm off the clock, so I can't help with internet issues.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, I unplugged my mic while I was in the middle of talking.
Well, that'll do it.
Oh, see, I need to get the trench coat still. I need that.
Which one?
The
one I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Noir? Have you done the new dungeons yet?
I've done it like 3 different paths, I think.
Yeah. I haven't actually completed them yet, all of them, because they're totally random. So I've had a few repeats, What do you mean they're not random?
Oh.
I've done some repeats. But aside from getting the gear, I don't. I guess I don't really have a need to complete them all.
You don't want the mouse mount? The
I'm
disgusting
shy.
mouse mount?
Sure, I have it as a minion.
It's gross.
You just know the lore behind it. Is why you're saying that. Because according to the lore, the creature is just like the poof ball at the end of the tail. The mouse is just like an animated body.
Disgusting. Ugh.
So yeah, fun bit of lore with
I
that.
hate that so much.
You just don't read the flavor text. It's fine.
Why would they make it like that?
All right, let me just go refill my coffee, and then I don't care what order we go in.
Okay.
Aradon, have you read the flavor text for the fatter cat? So here's what it is for the fatter cat mount. Seeing as how this Percy Pussy can defy the very laws of physics by propelling itself high into the firmament, it is very likely that the creature is either a void sent using a bloated cat's corpse as its corporeal vessel, or a cat reanimated by one well versed in the necromantic arts.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Who the fuck? What?
Yeah, that's the official flavor text for the fatter cat.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah, they have way
Damn.
too much fun with that shit.
Look at that, Hades weapon user. Pink weapon gang.
I love this weapon.
I have that for Dark Knight. I think I have it for Scholar too, but I don't think I have it on a Glamour right now. So you're a cat boy now, Aradon?
I've always been a cat boy.
You say that every time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Some people change glamours, you change races.
Never once.
Aradon's Fantasia addiction will keep this game running for decades.
Yeah. They got the servers paid up to 2053.
How many do I have on me still? Let's see. I have 3 still to play with.
I think Vice is harvesting the beans to make the coffee.
Oh my god, someone's spamming in the novice network. Holy shit.
I turned Mentor off. Oh, hello, dragon.
I am glowy as fuck.
You are. Visible from space.
We can test that theory. I can bring us to the moon.
What?
Actually, how much do the cats glow? I haven't tried it out yet. Let's see.
All right, I'm ready.
It's pretty glowy.
What are the cats from?
The Endwalker Extremes.
Oh, I didn't know they were kitty cats.
Mm-hmm. I have 3 out of 4. I have the
Wait.
99 tokens though for the next patch update. That's glowy. That is one glowy right there.
Who wants to go first?
You guys have 2 in the same area.
Ultima
Mine's
Thule?
Labyrinthos.
I can go. Why not?
Okay, take us away.
Hold on, I want to get on one too.
Hold on. I need to remember how to teleport. Gonna be others. Ultima Thule. I think that's close enough.
I think I've decided I'm leaving this apartment when my lease is up.
Don't like it?
I don't like it at all. No, I'm beginning to get. I like the place. I don't like the location really at all.
Where'd you move to again?
I live in the same city. It's just I live less than a mile from where I used to live, and but I live down the street from you. You don't know this? Okay.
Down the
But they
street
actually
from
might-
California.
Yeah. Nothing is like everything is 15 minutes away. Like everything. And you know, I don't have a car anymore. I walk and that's fine. Like walking was not an issue in my last place, but like nothing is I don't want to like walk 15 minutes to everywhere.
Right,
Sometimes.
I understand that.
And it's just it doesn't feel convenient anymore and I want to go back to my old neighborhood, honestly, and just find a place there.
Are we sticking with 2 healers?
I don't know.
I guess. Why not? Open coffer. Boom.
Can't hurt.
Oh shit, monsters. Well, a monster. Where did that come from? Oh shit. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Spin the wheel.
Distant Worlds is in Boston tonight.
Really? That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had been thinking about going, but I don't feel like leaving the house. I've just
Would've
been
been-
to.
It would have been nice to go, but I just spent so much money recently. I can't
Yeah.
justify it.
I
What?
yeah. Distant Worlds.
Mm. Is that tonight?
Mm-hmm. It's in
Yeah.
downtown
Aw.
Boston tonight. Yeah.
You guys have gone to it before too, right?
We went
Yeah.
to the,
Well, it wasn't Distant Worlds. I forget what Another World, a New World. Was that what it was called?
another world.
Yeah. Well, and I had also
It was the smaller ensemble group.
Oh, okay.
right, and I had actually gone. There was one. They had one here in 2013, which it might have been Distant Worlds. I'm not sure. The one I saw Katama at. I don't think I've ever brought Summoner into this before.
Oh, I need to turn on skip cuts.
I might have. I'm not sure. I'm still in the review process of this job.
Gonna give us your opinions at
I've-
the end of the review.
This joke is just not funny. Even though I keep
You're
forcing it,
learning
it's just not
now.
funny. It's just not funny at all. and yet, it's laughed at.
It's my map. It's my map. This Map was made for me.
Oh, okay, that was kind of fast.
Terrifying, just so you know.
Maybe I did bring Summoner in here before.
I feel like you have. I feel like the issue you had before was like things die really fast.
Yeah, you're right. It was. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Well, I mean, Garuda makes. I mean, I can easily do it with Garuda. It's Ifrit. That's the problem because the casting is so fucking slow.
Ooh.
I think the Dead by Daylight patch is this coming week. The night is coming. Mm-hmm. So there's a new perk as well where you can actually transfer the progress of one generator to another
Ooh.
if you need to. Yeah. I don't know if I like the knight that much. He can actually sick, so you can actually have another killer come after you, and he's so you can have multiple killers coming after you at this point. But I'm not a, I don't know. I'm not a. I was messing with it in the public test beta, and I don't know that I like it that much.
Because he's a stupid fuck.
I see it.
Ooh. Sorry about that. It snuck up on me.
Number 2 on the hate list. That's kind of cool.
So many pops.
That's how I gauge how good I'm doing.
Cage. Empty.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Why not? Ooh, there's a cloth of happiness in there.
Do it. Do it.
It's not worth too much anymore. Let me see. Yeah, it's not too crazy anymore.
Yeah. Low.
But you can make good stuff from it still.
Mmm.
I'll try.
Why not?
Still got a good chance at lower.
Yeah. We can do it. We can do it.
Nice.
And yeah. We can do higher.
Very good chance at higher.
I know how statistics work that.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
I would stop. I lost on a 7 last time. That was such bullshit.
So I'm taking the cloths of happiness.
Yeah, if you need to, if you want me to make anything, let me know.
All right. So much happy cloth. Okay.
Such happy, much cloth.
Like as happy of cloth as Scene had pulling the blanket out of the dryer. That's what it is. Like warm, fresh out of the dryer, smells like dryer sheets. Come on, come on, come on. Aw. Left failed me.
You are expelled.
All right. Mine is also, yeah, in this area.
I should close a few things out. Oh no, I just launched Adobe Audition. Shit.
Autonomy friends.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Is that what you use all the record edition?
Yeah.
Audition? Have you ever heard of
Adobe Suite? So
you what?
I have
Which-
the Adobe Suite since it's like subscription based now, and
Yeah.
when you subscribe, you get like everything. So I was like, may as well.
So, have you ever heard of Descript?
I've not heard of that one. No.
Yeah. So, it doesn't have all the same bells and whistles as Audition does, but It's really so. It actually, as you record, it will transcribe your voice, and
Oh.
you can actually edit it like a Word document.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
by deleting a sentence, it deletes that part of the audio. It's really good like for video stuff if you need to like create a closed caption file. But it's really, really good like if you're recording stuff and you're just you're reading from a script or whatever, and you just need to do some quick editing to it.
Yeah, 'cause, like for audiobooks, that'd be super handy. So that way, if I
Yes.
need to repeat a line, I just, do it.
Yeah, because like generally, like if you record something and somebody says, "Hey, you made a mistake on this line," you can actually find it like you would in a Word doc rather than having to
Yeah.
listen to exactly where it is, right? I don't know what the subscription costs. We use it at work, but you can get a free version. I think it lets you only use 3 hours in total. It's not like 3 hours a month or whatever.
Mhm.
So, but if you did it and just like easily and just tried recording something, you might be very surprised at how much you like it. It's not perfect at transcribing, but I mean, if you're reading from a script, I mean, you'll at least know what's being said.
Yeah.
I use it to transcribe at work, and sometimes it's awful with accents. It doesn't know,
Uh-huh.
and it's even names that you may not hear very often. Like I had some person who I work with, her name was Sharonite, and Descript thought her name was Cher, like the singer Cher.
Share is neat.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what it thought it was. Cher is neat. Yes. So you'll run into issues like that, but I would say for just straight up recording, it's pretty cool. I don't know how much post production you do in terms of like cleaning up background noise or anything. I wouldn't say that it's ideal at that,
Yeah.
but
But honestly, I could record, like, do the main editing with that. And what I usually do is I take it into Audition, and then I do like the little like normalize it, get rid of the background noise,
Right.
that sort of thing. So I could do that first, and then pop it into Descript.
it's certainly not a replacement for Audition. I would say it's supplementary to it if you needed an easier way to edit.
Yeah, because that is one of the longer parts, like one of the longer processes of my edit is listening back to it all, cutting out the mistakes or the second
Right.
takes, that sort of thing.
Right.
That's one of the more time-consuming parts.
I tend to edit as I go. If I make a mistake, I stop, erase, start that section again.
Okay, yeah, that's way too
Yeah.
time-consuming for me. I just say it again.
But yeah, because I learned the hard way that if I do it that other way, sometimes mistakes get left in and I forget. So people have people at work have had the privilege of hearing me swear in frustration in my audio files. Not joking.
That's so funny.
I've told the story before. That it was the very first time I did it for the company I work for now, 9 years ago. I told them, they saw that voiceover was on my resume, so they wanted, that's not why I was hired, but they wanted to see after I got hired, like what I sounded like. So they gave me a sample video to do, and it was like a 2-minute script, but it was very difficult to read. It was like a lot of like difficult language, and I was really frustrated with it. But I did the editing, and I showed it to them in a meeting, and at the very end of it, as my company's closing logo came up, you heard me say quite clearly, "What a piece of shit."
Wow.
Yeah, I was really, really mad. I was really, really angry. And at that point, I had been working for them for like a week, and I was like, I remember I said, "So do you want me to go pack up my things, I guess," because
Nice.
and they thought it was like the funniest thing they'd ever heard because, and I was like, I said to them, I'm gonna be honest with you, this was a real struggle because the problem is they don't write things to be read out loud. There's a difference, but no, whenever I make a mistake, I swear like up a storm, and there have been times when they have made it into a recording.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that reminds me. We got a new call system at work that I was broken into this week. So one terrifying difference between this system and our previous system is this system automatically answers. So like you get a tone, and for us there's no time between. Like you hear the tone and then you live. Yeah, so it's imperative to mute yourself between calls, because otherwise, like, if you get a call suddenly and it, like, startles you and you're like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
they will hear that. So it's... Oh, there's no mute for you? You don't even have to turn on your headset? Ooh.
You know, I have a question for the two of you
Mhm.
on this, right? If I call a place like that and, you know, I'm presented with a bunch of menu options, right?
Mhm.
Press 1 for this, press 2 for that. Is it conceivable that no matter which button I press, I could still be taken to the same person?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah. I for some reason, I always wondered about that. Like,
Yeah, and there's a very specific reason for that. So at least, like, for me working at an ISP,
yeah.
like, you had 3 different options when you call in. It's internet, phone, or cable. And the purpose of that is, if something goes wrong, if we get an outage and we're suddenly flooded with calls, we can see, like, oh, we've got a bunch of cable calls. There's something going on with cable. It kind of lets us get a barometer on, like, what's going on, or what are we getting a lot of calls from, to get a jump on possible problems. So that's the reason.
Yeah.
My next one is Thavner.
Mine's in Merilatorium.
Oh,
Monatorium.
Are you trained? Oh. Oh, did you log on the Cloths of Happiness, Bats?
No, I think these are just some that I had.
Oh, okay, well, thank you. I will take the Happy Cloth. Oh, I should summon Merlin.
But no, like I'm also today, like I was saying, doing some contract work, and I'm sure some of you read what I had said about it earlier in Discord, but I'm watching this like video on how to do it, and I know what they need done, but I'm watching the video because they need it done a specific way, like specific settings. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, I get it. And it's I'm watching this. I'm saying, why are you doing it this way? You don't even have to do it this way. Why are you doing it this way? And my friend's like, you should just do it your way. I'm like, no. I'm not going to do it my way. They need a certain file structure. They need certain settings. I'm going to do it their way. And then if they hire me to be their contractor, I will slowly introduce my way of doing it. Because it's clearly done by somebody who does not really know, like, video editing. And also, like, in his video, there were things he didn't do. And he actually interrupts his voiceover by saying, hey, guys, this is... But he, like... So he comes in and does, like, he narrates the video, right? But when he realizes that he made a mistake, the way, instead of re-recording it, what he does is he pauses the video and says, hey guys, I think the guy's name is Jeff. He's like, hey guys, this is future Jeff. By the way, I forgot to mention it. And I'm like, what? What is this? And so, oh my, well, no, that's not, no, because it's something totally different. Like, he's just doing like a demo tutorial. But and then, like, he's saying, like, you know, because he needs, like, they need, like, PowerPoint slides converted into PNGs, and they said, so we give you the PowerPoint deck, and one of my things I said to him in email, I'm like, I don't think you should assume that everybody has PowerPoint, because I do not have PowerPoint. I said, if all you need is us to use PowerPoint to convert the slides into PNGs, just give us the PNGs. Just give them to us. Like, unless we have to make any edits to the slides themselves, which I don't see why we would have to, just give us the PNGs. I don't have PowerPoint on my system. I had to download OpenOffice and use the fake PowerPoint to actually convert them. So, yeah. And the thing is, the guy sounds older than me. A little bit. So I figured he could use the benefit of a millennial to be like, hey, you've got to...
Yeah, hopefully he's not one of the types to be offended by that.
Well, again, I wouldn't come in and be like, you're doing this all wrong. I would just, you know, because I don't want to be perceived as like a, you know, malcontent or anything, but I'll come in and I'll do it your way just to show that I can. And I'll just gradually say, have you thought about doing it this way? And it will save you, you know, a couple of hours. But What's that? Follow me, everybody. Why?
Hmm. Are they? Was the 8.5 hours automatic that was taking into account breaks? Hmm. Yeah. That's sketchy. Hmm. Is there anyone you can ask about that? Hmm. Yeah, that's super sketchy. Yeah.
Right. They're not used to people like being good employees.
Yeah.
So my next one's here on the moon also.
Okay.
Hooray. Someone-
Oh, hey, clock.
Free lot.
Oh, everybody passed.
Oh, I'm okay. Well, unhappiness now.
Goodbye, cloth.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where are they based at? Don't you want to take a business trip to India someday? Oh. I want to go to London.
Free door.
I had to make sure I was running toward the right one. Can you imagine? But if they don't make sense, yeah. My company changes their benefits every year, and it's irritating. We have to re-enroll every single year.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh God.
How often do you get paid? Is it bi-weekly? Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, may as well do Cobra at that point.
Oh, I have them. I have them. They're awful. I hate them. See, I wish with that.
Yeah. That is interesting that they would. Ooh. Moon gel.
Hmm.
Lower would be.
Nice.
Hey, nice.
I don't know.
I wonder. It's a risk. It's a
I
gamble.
don't know.
I think we should just leave.
I almost hit low. It's like it's like a free dose.
I
Wow,
probably
one
would never
extreme
let
to
you
the
forget
next.
that.
My luck. Hmm.
There we go.
No, it could go either way. Should I? Or should I stop?
Are you feeling lucky, Punk?
I never feel lucky.
I'd say stop.
Yeah, that's where I stopped.
Money.
Cash money.
Okay.
The one thing I'll say about the new Pokemon game, I don't know who they hired to do the music, but they have a love of funky bass lines. that I-
Do you know who it actually is?
I know Toby.
It's Toby Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? That
Yeah,
makes
isn't that crazy?
so much sense.
It's so
Yeah.
cool.
I don't know how much of it he did, but yeah, he definitely did. So.
Yeah,
A funky
I
bass
love his music.
straight out of the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is, but like, you know, it's like the music kind of like, so the background music, so they do like the layered music. So like, you know, you'll have like the background music to, you know, whatever's going on, and then if you get into a battle, it'll just transition to add new instruments to that same song.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like dynamic music.
Yeah. To give it kind of a, you know, like a different vibe.
Hmm.
And it's really cool. It's really effective. But what they chose, I guess Toby Fox chose, is like, you know what this needs for battles? 70s funk.
It is so like him too. Honestly.
Wait, what'd you say, that?
It's 70s funk.
Nice.
And so it's like, you're you know, you're battling a random fucking like sloth or whatever, and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, this is funky. Like, I don't know if you know the YouTuber Alex Maluka.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee he's going to do a video or a short or something about
Yeah, true.
Pokemon is funky.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
he'll somehow
really
make
sick
it
to
pop.
watch.
God, imagine if him and Toby Fox teamed up on some game or music project. Like that would be.
Follow him on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I follow him on Twitter. Alex Macaulay, yeah.
Yeah, he was hanging out with Jason Charles Miller, who's the guy that sang "Closing the Distance."
And Shadowbringers.
And the guy who is the composer for the God of War games.
Oh, nice.
Like, they were all hanging out in LA for some reason, and everyone's like, "Oh Jesus, What the hell are they working on? Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
So I like God of War Ragnarok a lot,
Mhm.
but I don't know if this is going to change, but it's too much like the one before it. I'm
Call-
just talking in terms of the way it plays. Like it's exactly, I feel like okay, I've done this already, I've been through this, but it feels familiar.
There's a couple. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. This is my in process review, by the way. So
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm still playing it. I paused today to play some Pokemon. Yeah, as soon as we're done with maps, I'm gonna go back to it to God of War for a bit. At least as far as the first, definitely the first like 20 something hours, it is very similar.
Yeah.
There's a shift. I don't want to spoil anything because I don't know how far you're into it. There's a shift where you are getting an item specifically for an upcoming boss fight that is entirely new and unique to this series, and it changes the way that you approach combat and puzzles, and it's really good.
I don't know if do you feel like it's game of the year?
Gameplay wise,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, however they,
there.
yeah.
Story, performance, music, yeah, 100%. Not even a question. Not even a question.
I think I don't. So my feeling is that I don't know if it's going to win game of the year. I definitely feel like it's going to be nominated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you this.
What do you think would take game of the year?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know what my meme answer is.
I've been very disconnected from my
Sonic
no pun
Frontier?
intended. I've been very disconnected from my console this year, so I haven't been. Yeah.
No, my meme answer is Vampire Survivors.
Oh, okay.
Because, no joke, I paid $3 for that game, and I've put over 100 hours into it.
It's a very cool game for sure.
Like, and I would go so far as to say that, like, if cheap little time waster games could be considered for game of the year, Vampire Survivors would win without even trying. The amount of content in that stupid, what is now $5 game, is insane. It is absolutely insane. You want to bet?
I'm not. How is Sonic? Is Sonic Frontiers getting reviewed well?
It's I heard it's getting
user review.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is Sonic? How? Yeah. Sorry. What I should be saying is, how is Sonic Breath of the Wild?
So
that first screenshot of it of Sonic looking out on the front, I actually thought it was fake. I thought it was a photo. I thought it was photoshopped. I'm like that's a really cool mashup, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, that's an actual game.
there's a review from somebody that I trust, and they had a lot of fun playing it, but they also had a lot of frustration with a lot of poor gameplay gameplay choices.
Yeah.
Like, hey, defeat these enemies to collect this red ring. The enemies are on this platform. The platform disappears when the enemies are defeated. The ring will fall down, bounce off of geometry and can sometimes just fly off like under the ocean where you can't do anything about it.
Okay.
So you have to wait real time for this same event to come back up somewhere else in the world.
Weird. Okay.
So yeah, it's just kind of strange. I've got a lot of things beating up on me.
Yeah, we got a lot of monkeys and elephants around here.
Music's really good though.
Yeah, I like,
It's your
and
classic
that,
Sonic music.
I guess that's the thing that I would say like has been like the resounding thing that I've heard from a lot of people is there's a good game there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of a weird direction, and it seems like they were unsure of it.
It's a good idea, not well
They're like
executed.
doing
and
too many things at once.
It's a good
Yeah,
idea,
it's
not well executed, and like almost like the entire team wasn't really
On
sure
board.
on
Yeah.
board with it. Yeah.
It was like, you know, and then there's
The cloth scene?
like,
Oh, I passed. I have so much cloth right now.
like there's some areas where it's like there's tons of things to do and tons of like events and whatever going on, and then there are some points where you're running from one point to another and there is nothing, no
Right.
enemies, just landscape. So I don't know.
Yeah, somebody in my FC is like a Sonic freak, and I wanna. I meant to ask her what she thought of it. Neither have I.
What was that?
I love hearing out of context conversations.
Oh, I see.
Oh, is he playing Game of the Year? Oh, okay.
That tracks.
Yeah, I have not really 2022 I feel like my PS4 was like kind of ignored, and I was playing a lot of PC games. So I've been very removed from what's been coming out on console, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So Game of the Year, I have no clue. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I really
They
think
said my
that
DBD player, which that too. You could call that. Yeah.
DVD. Oh my god.
I know. That's what, because I thought that's what it was. Because
like
I'm like,
so,
yeah, it plays Dead by Daylight. Yes.
I'll be
One
honest.
time, a long time ago, Scene referred to her PS4 as a DVD player, and I was like beside myself. I'm sorry, Bats. Go ahead. I interrupted you
No.
like 3 times.
Nah, it's fine. You know, there hasn't been a lot of like big smash hits this year, even on console. So I really think that God of War is probably gonna sweep.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, and that's the thing, right? When 2022 started, I was just going through the release schedule and thinking to myself, it's like, I think I might have even said to myself, like, I don't think I really want anything until God of War comes out. And at that time, we didn't know when it was coming out. I think it was believed that it was going to be in June.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to get the first one on Steam.
Be curious to see how well it plays.
I assume it was going to it would get the same. It would be the same as like, because I also got Spider-Man for PC, and it's fantastic. It's just yeah. I'm refraining from saying amazing, just because.
Phenomenal, stupendous.
stupendous. I
The
like that word.
stupendous
Would you
Spider-Man.
call it the superior version of the game?
Yeah.
The superior Spider-Man?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually a comic
Oh, I didn't know that.
title.
Maybe she's
It's
born
fine,
with it. Maybe it's.
So I wasn't following. I'm saying to myself, I feel like there's a joke in here, but I'm just not getting it.
Superior Spider-Man is when Doc Ock took over Peter's body
Hmm.
and was like, the first thing he realized is that at any time Peter could have absolutely killed him without any without even trying, because the first bad guy that
Yeah.
Doc Spidey punches, he breaks his neck. But then it's actually a really great like comic series and a really great run, because it's like Dr. Octopus who's like, yes, I could be an absolute villain and use Spider-Man to do evil things, and then realizing exactly why Spider-Man was Spider-Man and why Peter did all the things that he did. And
When we talk,
it was actually really cool because he ends up being like kind of an anti-hero in a lot of ways, and he ends up dragging a lot of classic Spider-Man villains along with him to be anti-heroes. Giving some characters that I would never have expected to have redemption
Ooh.
arcs, giving them
Ooh, exciting leather.
Well, that's exciting.
that's
Ooh,
look at
it's
that.
There you go.
Nice low ball to start too.
oh, you got my gunblade. I just noticed that.
Yes, sir. It's the best gunblade there is.
Hmm. It's the sexiest one for sure.
Ooh, making this
We're
thing.
doing it. We're doing it.
I'm gonna make you some.
Nice. What's the clothes from the exciting leather?
Look it up.
Oh, right. The varsity stuff.
Wait, you mean to tell me that the clothing itself is not exciting?
Sadly, no.
It's sadly
Really?
clothing.
Really? I'm gonna need it.
I would
Ooh,
agree.
I got pretty high. Scene, got it. Free
I
lot.
got 3. Yo, let's go.
The exciting leather on Excalibur. What is that? Well, we're thinking about it. It's 194k, like 200k almost right now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Whee!
The clothes do look pretty nice.
Yeah, and they're
like
still
it.
newer. They're like the newer.
And there's a,
No.
I think there's 2 variations. There's like the buttoned up version and the unbuttoned version also.
Yeah. Didn't the hat get made with the leather as well? I think
I think so.
one maybe.
I don't remember what the hat looks like though.
It's a hat. It's a baseball cap kind of thing. I think. If I remember right.
Oh, if it's a baseball cap, you might need that for your Dark Knight set, Aerodon.
Yeah, the baseball one.
Oh.
Oh, where's it at? Mine's near the south, near
That hat
near
that
the-
you have on right now, like looks like Jotaro's out of
Yeah.
Art 5.
I've seen some good JoJo cosplays with it.
I'm sure you have.
Mine is here. So I think we're closer to yours right now. I would guess. Maybe. Yeah, we'll go to yours. Yeah. Wait, where are you going? Oh, I
Stand.
forgot. That's on that side. I forgot that existed. Thought we were going west for a second, which was confusing.
Vice, if you die, that can that body piece be dyed? And if you do,
Yes.
just dye the outer part.
I don't know actually.
You can bats if you look at it.
I believe it does. I believe it
think
does.
you can do die preview.
I think it does, and it's the inside that stays.
It does. It does the whole thing. It
Oh,
doesn't die
that,
to
so yeah,
tie
it-
though. That's the only thing that doesn't die.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's not tie dye.
No tie dye. No, not a die for me. I'm too tie for this.
Oh my
A
god!
tire.
What the fuck? Where did they even- It was like an endless string of awful. I could just tell they just kept coming to you, and you wouldn't stop.
I think
Like,
I
I said I died a little inside, but I mean, you already moved on to tie like 5 times already.
I think I had a small stroke.
Wow. he just kept like one-upping himself.
And like so proud of himself every time.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that is absolutely not a
I
one-up.
could sense the excitement in his voice, like he was getting more excited each time because he when I thought of... Wow. Okay. What?
Jesus Christ.
They were too fast for anyone to even react.
We all just watched in horror as it played out.
Gotta hit him with a 1, 2, 3 before they
Jesus.
can react.
That was about
1, 2, 3,
5,
4,
I think,
5,
wasn't it?
6.
Before they can even breathe.
I don't even know what you said. It was like, what was it? No tie dye for me. That's I don't even know what you said.
Teleport to mine. Faster. But yeah, as I was trying to say before the pun blitz,
The pun before we were assailed by puns.
if you want to like do die preview, you can examine someone, right click the item, do try on, and then you can right click again and do enable die preview.
Yeah, so in the meantime of all of that, I actually figured that out, and it does dye the whole thing. The inside shirt is just a lighter color of the outside coat's color.
Ah.
Yes. This thing can be dyed on the. Don't. I'm sorry. You can dye your. Yes, this does dye on the inside, kind of like I want to right now. So.
There it is.
Good lord. I wish I was streaming.
I was gonna say, if you do, like,
what have I
streaming
deprived
episode
myself
dying on the
of?
inside.
You see what I lost out on capturing for to keep preserved for the rest of my lives? Oh, good. Oh, so you did capture it. Okay. This will be all right. Well, this is going to be preserved then, I guess.
He's like,
This is running back
hi,
and forth.
I want to join. From downtown.
Like he just came marching over, and then he saw us a dog. He's like, "Oh shit, bye."
He did really just about face and go.
He did
away.
about face as soon as we began attacking. Yeah.
Like, oh shit! I just saw 6 other elephants get killed.
Don't hurt me. Don't die me.
Did you guys do the elephant beast tribe quest here? Like you finish it?
Now I need to do those at some point.
I still gotta
Don't
do the
have to
new
hit
one that
those
just
out.
came out.
I haven't done Beast Tribe quests since Heaven's Word.
Oh, damn.
There's the copper. There's the copper. Pixie wings. I will pass. on- I will pass because I have those already.
Free lock?
Yeah, free lot. And I passed, so someone needs a lot on it, or it's gonna disappear. Bats get wings.
Bats gets to be pretty.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay.
They changed it to bright for the Steven Spielberg remake. Pretty and witty and bright.
It is That is actually one of the lines just later.
It's
in the
wicked bright.
Oh, I didn't quite hear that, Sarah.
Sarah said that is one of the lines. It's just later in the song.
Oh, okay.
Pretty and witty and I pity any girl who isn't me
It's fine.
tonight. So that's like later in the song, though.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Theater nerd.
It's funny. That's actually the only bit of that song that I know, and the only song from that show that I kind of know.
Yeah. I think that's true of most people who aren't theater nerds.
Oh, I'm kind of a nerd. I just that was not one of my.
My mom's favorite.
It's not one of my favorite musicals by any stretch of the imagination. Little Shop of Horrors, on the other hand.
It's just funny how different the theater version is to like the movie version.
Yes, well, I mean, you're stretching a what? 1 hour, 30-minute movie into like a.
Oh no, the show is older than the movie. It's the ending is actually.
Oh, interesting.
Well, the 86 movie is actually a remake of the 1960 movie. Which I always forget that's actually an older one now.
Yeah. And yeah, the recent remake, they made some interesting choices. I watched it on HBO, and like it got so one of the jets, like the American one, it's a trans woman who, in like one of the little mini arcs there is they don't respect his gender at first, and then like eventually later on like they affirm his gender, but it's like when they affirm his gender and they're like, you know, you're a good guy or whatever, it's literally right after a scene where there's an attempted sexual assault, like the Jets attempted to. So it's like, okay, I'm supposed to feel good that they affirmed his gender after they did this horrible thing? Like, that's some mixed feelings there.
Trans man, you meant, right?
I haven't seen
Yeah.
that movie in a long time.
I mean, I'm sorry, yeah, trans man, yeah. But yeah, it was a interesting choice.
I always remember finding I just found the production design of that film very odd because it's intentionally made to look like it's shot on a studio backlot.
Yeah. Wait,
What?
the original or the new one?
The 86 one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very soundstagey. But
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Yeah, like you can easily like make out the fake backdrops, right?
Yeah.
And like they make no effort to really try to make it look convincing, and I always wondered if that was an artistic choice, yeah. Yeah. I mean, my first exposure to it was obviously as the movie, so that was, and not knowing when I first saw it that it was actually a musical, like a stage play.
Mhm.
So, or a stage production, I should say.
These guys came in quick.
It's interesting you all mentioned that because
Wonder?
I'm doing a video project where I did it before, but I'm doing it for another one where I'm making it look like one of the recent Halloween films had aired on network TV from 30 years ago. So I'm just grabbing a bunch of the old network movie bumpers, and one of them is from ABC from 1990 during, I think, the network television premiere of Little Shop of Horrors. So you have the voiceover announcer, saying Little Shop of Horrors
Ooh,
will continue in a moment.
That is cool.
Ooh. Neat.
Store it away for my other things
Oh, yeah.
for the house. I will
Those
hope-
things were like millions of gil for 5 minutes.
Are you taking those?
I'm taking it, yeah. Well, I'm sure what happened was
Your
all the
hippie
people who
flight.
have houses bought them up. Because there's only so many people who can have houses. Hopefully they add housings, like you can add furniture to the island eventually.
Never.
I would be very sad if it was never. Let me in. Let me in.
Oh,
Aw. Boo.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Thinking of the sound staginess of West Side Story just makes me think of the sound staginess of like most of the live action Disney movies between like the 60s and the 80s. Like those are painfully sound stagey. Like Mary Poppins. Like Mary Poppins kind of pulls it off in a way, but like there's other ones like Pete's Dragon that are just like ugh, like really gross. Like really, this is Disney. Just feeling like we shot this in a parking lot somewhere. And my last one's on the moon.
anyone not do theirs yet? Me, that's right.
Yeah, that's you. Where are
We're
you
going
going?
to Labyrinthos.
Well, take us there, Cobra.
He's trying to find.
Before
I
I
think it's
eat
this
you.
one. Labyrinthos.
No. Cool.
Ooh. I've been thinking of picking up. Harvestella, but I feel like I need to look it up and see how much of a farming sim it is, because like there's a lot of farming sims now, and a lot of different directions you can take that, and I'd like to
It
see
looks like
what
there's a lot of
is first.
like JRPG elements in it too.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. So I'm like, okay, how much is farming sim? Like,
Your
farmer-
version of not what's the Rune Factory?
Rune Factory.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like a prettier version.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I'm like, I need to find a reviewer who's able to just lay out how much like Stardew Valley it is. Like that's the kind of review I need.
I think it's up here more.
I think it's right where this group was.
I think I'm
I
gonna
would
get.
imagine.
I think I still want to get Persona 5 for Switch.
You can get it for free on Xbox Game Pass. You can play it on either Xbox or
free?
PC.
Oh.
I don't have that anymore.
It is.
I want to play it on my Switch though. Like I want to just like, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh my god, one of my coworkers yesterday had a customer on the phone that was trying to get an Xbox 360 connected to their Wi-Fi. Like, and they were my coworker was like a newer person, and so they were having trouble. We were helping her out, and then finally, like the customer comes out with it and says 360, and we're like, what? Because like, there's only, I think only the very last line of Xbox 360s that were made have any Wi-Fi capability at all.
Huh.
And even then, it's like ancient, 10-year-old Wi-Fi that our routers no longer support.
Uh-huh.
So
I have to confess, right? I don't even know what the name of the current gen Xbox is.
the Xbox
What is it even
One
called?
X,
What is it? What is it?
or,
One X.
Series X, or Series X, I think. I think I don't know what it is
One.
either.
That was the last one.
Yeah, I think
Well, I
it's
thought this
Xbox
one is the
Series X.
Xbox One.
Oh, so I don't even know either. No, that was
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's
that's the one that
Xbox
came out
Series
at the same.
X.
That's the one. That's the PS. Well, when the PS4 came out, I mean, that was yeah.
Xbox One was the last one. Xbox Series X is the current one, the one that looks like a fridge.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because there was some like variations of the Xbox One, but I think it was with a totally different name. So I didn't. It was confusing. I don't even know which is the. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
there was the 1S, the 1X, and then the sex. Wow,
I mean,
the Xbox.
The sex box.
I wouldn't. The sex box.
We're very mature.
Oh, sorry, I was waiting for a string of puns. Yeah, well, because everyone was calling the Xbox One the X-Bone,
Yeah,
as
the
I recall.
I clearly didn't workshop it enough.
The X-Boner.
Like they didn't do the test where you.
Yeah.
They didn't do the test where you run it by a panel of 12-year-olds and see what they do with the name.
Yeah, but again, I don't know what. Yeah, so what's it called? The Series what?
Yeah,
The new one?
Xbox Series X, which is a mouthful, needless to say.
Wait, Xbox Series. I mean, isn't that implied?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying that I Google it and that's what comes up. Take it up with Microsoft. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Series X is a mouthful, especially if you're like Xbox Series X. Like, it's very dangerously close to sex.
Well, again, unless I am misremembering, they rebranded the Xbox One. They made a variation of it and called it Xbox Series something, right? Like Series what? I don't even know.
I don't remember that, personally.
I swear they did. Yeah. Like, I thought it was called... I actually thought it might have been called, like, Series... What? I gotta look this shit up, because now I'm confused.
Yeah, you're responsible for the Google search.
Yeah.
I remember when they first had the voice recognition thing that they added,
Yes.
and some mad genius got on Call of Duty, changed his gamer tag to Xbox Shutdown, and started trolling people. And then when they were like, "Dude, Xbox shut down," no, wait.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's amazing.
That's hilarious.
So, third generation was Xbox One. Fourth generation is Xbox Series X and Series S. I mean, all you need is a Series E, and there you go. So that's what it was. See, I thought they like when consoles, like, 5 years into their life, they'll do like the the slim version. I thought they'd done like a version of the Xbox One. Yes, it's called Xbox. Yeah, okay. This is why it's confusing. Because they made a version later on for Xbox One called Xbox One X, but then you have Xbox Series X, which is the generation after that.
I can't imagine how many poor mothers have been like taken in. Like,
God, I know.
It's like, I want an Xbox Series X or whatever, and they end up with like the Xbox One X instead. Because Microsoft can't pick a proper naming convention that makes worldly sense.
Right. So it's not. Yeah. It was the. Yeah.
Yeah, they just need to drop the whole like adding letters to the console name.
Right. Like Sony could not make it easier. Could not make it any easier.
And it's like they decided they were too good for that. Like they can't do the same thing as the competition, so they just do something wacky every time.
And then you have Nintendo. And then you have Nintendo, who names their consoles after whatever gimmick.
Whee!
Right.
You know? Hey, it's got 2 screens. We'll call it the DS, dual screen.
But you
Hey,
know
it can
something?
do
We'll
3D.
never forget.
3D in this one. Let's call it the 3DS, bros.
Remember when they announced the title for Wii, and I was in college at the time. We were like, "What the hell does that mean?"
We would like to play.
Those commercials really.
But the thing is, I
Wireless
didn't
thing.
realize it until like after it came out. It's like, oh, it's the eye is it's the nunchuck and the
Yeah.
I get it now. And there's 2 of them. Okay.
And then there's the Wii U.
So then when the Wii U came out, like I remember it, like it wasn't clear to me. It was like, wait, is this a new console or is this like
I had
an
no idea
extension?
what
What
the
is
Wii
this?
U was.
What is this?
It felt like a peripheral of the Wii.
Yeah.
And I feel like
That's what I
Richie
thought it was.
Fils-Aimé was like, it's about you and me, and I thought, well, but that's 2-player, and I could, right? I mean, and I could do it on the Wii. I don't get it. But if you, I mean, if you look at the Wii and then the Wii U, if you look at those 2 consoles together, you can just tell it's a lead up to the Switch. I mean, you can't tell me that the Wii U is not a Switch prototype. I
Yeah,
mean,
100%.
Yeah.
yeah. Like it seemed like to me, it always seemed like the Switch was where they wanted to go, but they said we can't get there until we do this and this first.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, I think that the technology wasn't exactly there.
Right.
Mhm. Not at all.
Yeah, it couldn't at the time. They couldn't have done that concept and have it be a portable console still.
Right. I mean, and even like
now, the battery life is still a problem for the Switch.
Yeah.
even they say the Switch Lite, it even has it doesn't have better battery at all. It's
No,
worse actually.
Sarah was playing the new Pokemon game, and it chewed through her battery in like from almost full to 30% in like
Yeah.
2 hours.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm playing.
surprised it
I feel
even
like
went
I'm
2
playing.
hours,
I feel like I'm
honestly.
playing it. I feel like I'm playing a Game Gear with 6 AA batteries.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
thing
there
was
was actually
blinking the red
Sega-
light very fast.
Sega actually did one that was worse.
Yeah,
They had a portable Sega Genesis called the Nomad.
I remember that.
It also
that.
used 6 AA batteries, and you barely got an hour out of them.
Oh no.
What was
Um,
really funny is that you could manage to mash the
That's my next
32X onto it, the 32-bit expansion for the Sega Genesis,
Yep.
and holy shit, it would turn on fresh batteries. It would turn on, and then 10 minutes later, it would turn off.
You know, I love that era of Sega, but it's so like they are so frenzied. It's like it's so many different things, so many different. It's like 8 different generations in one. It really is.
Yeah, I will never
Oh.
forget being, I don't know, like 12, like something like around Evelyn's age, and Sega is advertising the 32X hard, really hard, because they're putting everything in on it. And they're talking about the how it's going to do all these great things and all this stuff, and showing off screenshots for the games and what have you. And then the bottom corner of this print ad in a Game Informer magazine, it shows the Sega Genesis, the 32X, and the Sega CD all like mashed together. And underneath it it says "Menage a Trois."
Wow.
Yep.
It's a bold
My
advertising.
12-year-old self was like, I know French. It means like 3 at a time. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know,
Hmm.
I grew up learning and speaking French. I'm like, I don't get it though. All right. And I remember asking my parents, I'm like, why would they do this? I mean, like, I get the French, I get the translation, but it doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, what are they trying to say here? And my mom is like trying to like carefully tiptoe around this.
Yep.
And my dad's like, it's a threesome.
Wow.
You know, my 12-year-old brain, I was like, what?
Wow.
You know, we should never. Dad is definitely there. Yeah, you know that.
I bet you could find that. I'm sure you could find that ad online now somewhere.
And I think it's really funny now that now I have a little itty bitty tiny handheld that can emulate every video game system ever made up to the PlayStation Portable. And that blows me away. I remember thinking, man, games will never look any cooler than Quake. Like, I remember when Quake came out and like all of us were just blown away. Like, holy cow, this game looks so crazy and it plays so fast. And Trent Reznor did the music. Holy shit! Video games will never get cooler than this.
Though
I remember
honestly,
being
it
really
feels like-
excited when they added in the shop channel on Wii, or excuse me, on the Virtual Console. They added the TurboGrafx 16 library, and I just was like, I thought I'd never see those games again.
Yep.
Which is that on? They did not add that to Switch, right?
I haven't
No,
had
not
it
yet.
yet. If you like retro gaming, Vice, and you like handhelds, the Anbernic systems are incredible. They're easy to set up. You just dump a ton of ROMs into them, and they will play everything.
I remember in high
I
school.
I don't even have a good one. Like, it's not like one of like the super crazy expensive ones.
Mhm.
And I can play PS1 and PSP games with no problem on it.
I remember in high school, a good friend of mine had, if you want to talk about handhelds, had a Wonder Swan.
Oh, dude, I love the Wonder Swan.
And I'd actually never seen it before, and I just loved it so much.
I love the Wonder Swan. I was always a big fan of the Atari Lynx.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever play one of those?
No, I did not.
It was around the same time that the Game Gear came out. Its big like gimmick is that it had the directional pad on one side and 2 action buttons. But there were also 2 action buttons on the bottom. And if you weren't comfortable with the way that the setup was, you could flip the entire system upside down to switch where the thumb pad and the action buttons were. And it would flip the screen.
I'm trying to find the one that he had.
I had a Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Oh man, I missed the Neo Geo.
Yeah, that was a great little system. The fighting games on that were way better than they had any right to be.
Wasn't that console and those games like expensive as fuck at the time?
I can't remember how much games were back then on that.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think that they were like $30, $40, which was
The Neo Geo, because see, what I remember is the Neo Geo Gold.
Oh, well, no, the actual Neo Geo, those were crazy expensive.
Yeah.
But the reason why the Neo Geo games were so expensive, so the cartridges on those Neo Geo games were huge. They're like the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah.
And what they were was literally the arcade board stuffed into a cartridge.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that's why they were so expensive.
Yeah, we in like middle school or elementary school, people would talk about it and like, but nobody. I think we knew like somebody that had one, but it was not a common like console. It was almost like an urban legend at the time because we didn't know anybody that had one.
So I knew somebody that had one, and I remember his big Christmas present one year was the memory upgrade for it, and it was crazy. So like he had King of Fighters 98. It was like the big game that had come out that year for it. And we hated playing it because you'd pick your characters and then you'd sit there and wait. And we used to joke around that you could go downstairs, go to the kitchen, make yourself a sandwich, come back, and it would still be loading. And that was every fight.
The same load time as the Dark Knight swing speed.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I joke and say that you would probably even be able to get a whole like rotation off by the time that a single match of King of Fighters would load. But he got this memory expansion, and it was like night and day.
Huh. Wow.
The load times went from being literally almost 3 minutes to being 30 seconds.
Wow.
The one system that if I could find it at a decent price that I would pick up without a second thought would be a Sega Saturn.
Oh,
Yeah.
my friend had a Sega Saturn, Sega CD combo. I was so jealous.
Jesus Christ, these things are dropping.
I know. I guess that's why it's cheap now.
There are so many great games that I never got a chance to really play on the Saturn. And the Saturn, for whatever reason, remains the most difficult console to emulate. Like, it is easier to emulate a PlayStation 3 than it is to emulate a Saturn. And that's 2 whole generations later. Like there's the really frankly terrible Symphony of the Night Saturn port, but and while it's inferior to the original PlayStation version in every way, one of the things that it has is several new areas that don't exist in any other version of the game.
Do
And
you have one out here?
Symphony of the Night.
Oh,
Wait, what are you doing?
I thought you had one out here. That's what you're doing.
I miss that like early 90s, early mid 90s console explosion, you know?
Yeah. But
I have an EGM lying around somewhere from like 1995. I'm a Killer Instinct 2, I believe, was on the cover of it. And that's when they like in the back of it, it's all about these new consoles that are coming in. You know, they mentioned the Jaguar, obviously. But the one, ironically, the one that people knew the least amount about, that was known the one that was known about the least, was this console that was coming out called the Sony PlayStation.
yeah. I knew somebody that had an Atari Jaguar.
Yeah.
What a piece of dog shit.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
You know what it was? We were at this
fucking console.
I think we had got to this point now where, like, you know, the SNES and the Genesis were kind of, you know, on the decline a bit, and I think the Virtual Boy had already come and gone, and so there wasn't really, nobody had really stepped up yet. And I think they were like, it was really kind of a race to see who could be the next dominant. You know, it was very much like a transitional period.
Yep.
But there had been no clear like, oh, this is the next console, right?
Free lot.
And then of course,
What
PlayStation came out.
Terrible console that was. Like, honestly, I'd rather play a Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
It was bad. I can't. Tempest 64 is the only game that I can think of from that console, aside from the really terrible fighting game whose name I don't remember. And the only detail I do remember is there was a Scotsman that was one of the characters that wore a kilt, and he'd lift up part of his kilt and shoot a fireball from his nethers. That was special move.
Wow.
That's the only thing about that game I remember.
I'm sure if you Googled that or put that on Reddit, someone would immediately have an answer for you on what it is.
Sure that I would. In fact, I know somebody on Twitter that I could say, hey, what was the fighting game that had the Scotsman that could shoot a fireball from his junk? And he would know exactly which game I'm talking about. He is a connoisseur of terrible fighting games. Good night.
From his nether region, yeah.
It wanted to be Mortal Kombat, except that it wasn't edgy enough. It wanted to be Street Fighter, but it wasn't smooth enough. And then to make things to just put the icing on the cake, it was on the fucking Jaguar. Nobody played it. Ooh, nice. Gladiator glam. I'm here for that.
Yes, sir.
I am here for that. You even got the fucking Gladius there. I'm here for it.
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to do something with the helmet.
Yeah. You pulled that off really well.
Let me see Gladiator Don. Where is he? There he is. Oh yeah, very, very. Are you entertained? Are you not entertained?
Really, wow. Doing the 1.0 callbacks here, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. I should just take off my job
For its 10th anniversary. Yeah, why don't you? For its 10th anniversary shutdown, you know? I still have screenshots of me in rocking that Gladiator stuff from that time. Not giving a shit about the stats of my gear, because I just wanted stuff that looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that even mattered at that point. Glamoring wasn't a thing yet. But I was, but in spite of all of that, my character is still wearing a pair of glasses.
The cages are empty. Ooh, I'll take the.
I can't believe that shut down 10 years. I can't believe it's been 10 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I had a thing on my phone. It's like, do you want to see photos of your trip to Vegas 4 years ago? I was like, oh,
Yep.
Holy shit.
That, for some reason, feels like it was longer than that. I think the, pandemic really
COVID
made
happening.
it seem way longer, yeah.
yeah, COVID feels like it's 10 years.
I mean, the 2008 FanFest feels like, that was about 14 years ago. I mean, that feels like 14 years ago.
There was a post on Reddit that it made me feel things, and I wasn't really prepared for it. And it says, people when they say that they wanted Final Fantasy from 20 years ago, and it's a picture of Final Fantasy VI. And it says the Final Fantasy from 20 years ago, and it's a screenshot from Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane that that game's 20 years old now.
Yeah, that.
Heavy time shipment.
I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
how. I didn't know how to feel about that one.
Uh-oh, Dungeon Crew.
Is Yuna observing that by playing that game for the 87th time?
Two's down, three's over there.
Well, you want to be scared about something else. So, the 23rd, which is what? How many days away is that? Is that Tuesday?
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, in 4 days away. That'll be the 24th anniversary of the release of Ocarina of Time.
Jesus.
So next year will be the 25th anniversary of that game coming out. Which, you know, again, to me,
Breath of the
feels
Wild
like
2.
it feels like that long ago.
Yeah, I'd say I feel that way about Ocarina 25 years.
There's not really anything where I feel like where I'm like that was that long ago. Like it doesn't. For me, things always it just feels like it was that long ago. In some cases, it may even feel longer, but it never to me feels like time has gone too quickly.
I don't know. There's a couple of things where I'm like you know, like the fan fest when we went was 4 years ago. Like I feel like that was only a couple of years ago.
4 years ago.
Uh,
4 is two couple of years ago.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
Or, you know, yeah, I don't know.
it's easy for me to measure that wasn't that long, that it was sort of a while ago because my hair was a lot shorter. That's, I mean, it was not even touching my shoulders back then.
No.
Maybe that's how I do measure time. The length of my hair.
I feel like my hair has started slowing down as far as like how fast it grows.
Hmm.
I used to have to get like a haircut like every couple of months if I wanted to keep it kind of short. And now I feel like it's not quite as necessary. Jesus, Aradon.
Yeah, I'm hurting.
I should have to like put buffs on you and shit.
Gotta heal.
No, healing is one thing. Like making those hits not hurt as bad.
Ooh,
Is
I'm taking that.
I'm on Summoner.
Cash money.
I'm on Summoner. Want me to main heal?
yes. Feel my pain, motherfucker.
See,
I
Will.
think I'm gonna take that feather.
Five.
Yeah, easiest way to piss off a summoner in a Final Fantasy 11 tell him to main heal.
Oh yeah. In the way Red Mage at immediately level 41 becomes a main healer, or at least support healer.
Wait, Lil, didn't you say you wanted that?
I did.
Vice, you thief.
The feather?
The feather, you're a feather stealer.
Oh.
I wanted the feather. Could
Oh,
you please
okay,
trade it to
okay.
me?
They're sellable.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, just give it to her for 2 million gil.
Yes. Holding a fucking feather.
That's a trade, Lil. You trade me.
Hey, we
Right.
made it. Nice. From the last map, too.
Did you say you wanted? I didn't even hear you say that.
I did, yes.
we can trade outside after that.
Yeah, I don't think we can trade in here, but we can.
I'm sure I have
Hey,
no doubt.
if you
I
get
know
the,
it can.
If you get the gamble for feathers, I need 2 of them. Just so you know.
Are you
Oh yeah,
gonna...
I'm the tank, right? Okay. I
I'm
forgot we don't
gonna
have to open a
come
chest
you.
here.
I hate this one. I never know where to stand for it.
Nice one. Yeah, don't stand close. That's what I've just learned.
Except that doesn't always work.
No. Yeah. It's fine. We'll be fine.
Oh shit. Okay.
Riddle of
That
the
was-
Frost. I think you have to move.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
Oh,
I
I
forgot about that.
stopped. I thought it was over and I stopped. Oh dear.
That is up.
Oh, I will recenter this. Come here, little fella.
Little golden kitty. Oh, gather.
They really have to do something about the stack indicator sometimes, because if the boss is too big and you can't see it.
Well, this floor is just terrible too.
Yeah. Lots of bright colors.
Yellow and orange, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I once saw a clip of someone doing the third near raid, the Tower of Paradigm's Breach.
Yeah.
Someone did a
Oh,
red
God.
mage limit break on the final fight, the part where like you got like the white circles that trace across the field, so people couldn't see and it wiped all right. Because no one could see where the white circles were going.
I haven't done those
No,
raids in so,
I
in
will-
so
Hey,
long.
that's another
Feather
feather.
also.
Nice. Do you have enough now?
Stop.
Oh, so you don't need the one I have, right? You're good.
I would prefer it.
How many do you have now? Is that 2 then, or you have 3
I
now?
have two.
Oh. Oh.
What does it make again?
I think you need 3 for the mount.
Oh, it's a mount. That's
It's a mount and it's really ugly.
It is ugly, but it's an expensive mount. And that's all that matters.
It's an expensive ugly.
Hmm
It's like a Monet.
I will sell you my feather for 1,000,000 gil if you want it. That's half the price.
This is how I imagine how this played out. Vice grabs
Okay.
the feather. He's now holding it above his head.
What are you trying to say?
I think you need to take it out of your sketchy coat.
Yeah. There
A
you go.
grade 6 strength alkahest. I'll
Got a
take
lot
that.
of good
Sure.
things for sale.
What are you selling?
Very tricky. Very tricky.
Stop.
Here, I'll give you something. Too. I'll give you a blue cup of
Oh.
cunning craftsman's draft. I think that's a fair
Thank you.
trade.
Does he even craft? Do you have any crafters up?
Yeah.
I Weaver at like 70.
Thank you.
That's so sinister.
What?
That's so sinister.
It fits the outfit so well.
Thank you. Is that all, stranger?
No, you look like a mod of like the G-Man from
I love the trench coat.
Half-Life.
I believe that's all the maps.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna make this into my red mage glamour too.
I feel like
I
you
saw
could
someone
do.
do,
I feel like you could do an Alucard from Helsing.
I saw someone do a Carmen San Diego.
That'd be
That's
great.
pretty cool.
Could
I
also
think
do.
Blues Brothers too.
Hmm
You
Yup.
teamed up with
Oh,
somebody.
that'd be sick. Just get the whole group to wear that.
Yeah. Or they
That'd be
don't have
really
a long
cool.
coat, do they? That's just like
No,
a
they
regular suit.
Holy shit! The house has been changed again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh, I didn't really get a look.
I need to do the upstairs. I gotta figure out how to make the walls look less weird.
See what you did. I
I
wasn't
gotta
looking
extend
like
the walls up to the ceiling, I think. Extend this a little bit. And try to make more hallways and actually make the rooms separated.
I need to go pester my cat.
him. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I need to fix up here. I'm just gonna add walls so you can't see down there. And then we got 2 hallways now instead of 2 doorways.
So you can't actually get past those walls now downstairs? You blocking them off?
There's hallways down over here by the entrance.
Oh, look, now I'm trapped in here.
Yeah, you.
Oh, wow. You know? We can fucking teleport ourselves because...
Oh shit! I didn't realize you can stand on top of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, and I fell.
If you press up against any of these walls,
Yeah?
you have to do it.
You keep running into them?
If you do it at an angle with
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
pass right through.
I was hoping you wouldn't go through that wall. Just if you...
We're clipping through walls.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, oh my.
Because you can fall in between... Yes. Did you just fall in?
I
I
just
should
got
just
in.
make that like a little prison room.
Are you downstairs or
I'd
upstairs?
say make it a panic room. Yeah, because that's what it was. I tried to stand on that and I ended up going through it.
All right, I gotta go get my God of War on.
Yup, have fun.
No,
I
very
think I'm
well.
gonna start downloading Pokemon, try it out. Even I know performance is bad, but I'm pretty curious about the good parts. Because I heard there's a decent amount of good parts. For once.
I'm gonna go pester my cat and run her around so I can sleep.
I mean,
I'm gonna go
Also,
shave.
Your shade.
I need to shave a little bit.
And
then-
in the morning.
I just want to do it now. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
And then I'm probably
I've
gonna
had those moments.
either play God of War or...
Oh, I need to send my retainers out.
I want to eat something too. All right, good night, my friends.
Yeah.
See
Talk to you
later.
guys soon.